Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, welcome, welcome, welcome.
You picked it up from me.
I picked it up from Dad's shepherd.
I started it. Okay, okay, okay.
Alright.
Yeah,
I'm
take
so
that,
glad those days are
Dex.
gone.
I miss it.
Whatever. Today, this
Episode
I don't know. It's fine.
26.
26.
Why can't you keep track of numbers?
I don't know.
You're so good otherwise.
Today, this morning, I told Archit to put sunscreen
Yeah.
on his ears. On sunscreen your ears. He's like under laga dete hain.
Arey,
Now he's got sunscreen in
Okay,
the crevices.
I'll
of
tell
his
you. I'll tell you
ears.
logic, right? So logic is, and bear with me as I explain while you have 8 foot of hair. But I don't have 8 feet of hair, right? So like my ears, the insides, the pinna and the little like squirrely spirally thing that helps sound come in.
Yes, everybody
Those-
knows. Everybody knows you
I was helping out the audio listeners, you know. Those need coverage as well, right? Like those are the ones that are visible. Like when your ears burn, it's
But
not your tops.
you've gone 28 and almost and a half
Yeah.
years without putting sunscreen on your ears.
Yeah.
And then today you're like, okay, let me put it inside all the folds. And
Like
No,
I
no.
haven't put sunscreen on my ears, in my ears, anywhere around my ears for a very long time.
yeah.
But if you're asking me to put it, then I'm like, logic suggests surface area needs to be covered.
Whatever.
Like tip में क्या करूँगा यहाँ तो कुछ
Whatever.
भी
You've
नहीं
got
है.
sunscreen all over your face today. And in your hair.
She's just now fixing my hair and cleaning up the sunscreen clumps.
Anyway, we have a really exciting topic to talk about today.
We do?
Games.
Games?
Games.
What kind of games?
Tanya, now that I know her name, because I couldn't remember them in the last episode, had asked us to talk about games.
Yes, board games.
Board games, but I think we'll do a mix of games.
Okay. But you don't play other games.
Like board games, card games, the two. Sorry. Two of the games we have are card games. One of the games is a tile game.
I
they're
kind of clump all of
but
it
they're not
together.
board games, is the point.
Oh.
They're just games.
You know what? Can I do a tiny tangent? The board game name board games. I always thought it meant when
When
you are
you're
bored,
bored.
you play the game. I never thought it is games on a board. And my question was
Did you
always.
never read it?
I did. And my
Mhm.
question always was that is it specially for this that the spelling is different? I had very recently learned that color is also written in 2 different ways depending on which country you're in. So
Very recently learned?
and when I had learnt that's when
Okay. I was like,
it was the same like time frame.
Okay.
I had learnt that. So
yeah,
I
I
was
mean,
like-
color is not the only one, but yeah.
yeah, I mean, color was the one that you know at that time. I guess it's the first
Okay.
one that you. What was your first one that you know? याद भी नहीं है.
It's not a challenge.
समझ में आ गई?
Honor.
Honor. हाँ. अगर humble होता, then I would have understood because Natasha thinks
I'm
she's.
so humble.
She thinks she's like the most humble human, and.
I mean, a quick joke is that once my best friend was asked by somebody
by a relative.
what her favorite things about me were.
Yeah.
And for some reason, she said humble. And it's just been a joke since then.
Yeah.
Because I'm not humble as a person.
Yeah.
And she, like later, she's like, I don't know why I said that because you're the least humble. I don't think I'm the least humble person. But I'm not
Yeah, like
humble.
humility doesn't come naturally. to
Yeah.
you.
But
You're very
empathy-
empathetic. Yeah. See, there you go.
So I made up for it.
There's lots of empathy, but like again, humility, you know, like even while talking about humility, she's like, however, that's
Yeah, I'm agreeing though that I'm not humble. Anywho, okay, so games.
games.
Um,
Wait, we're not doing any updates. We're
no,
just gonna go
no,
right in.
right in today,
Wow.
special day. It's really hot, okay? Like we're sitting without a fan and an AC and
Why you
Summer
why you
heat.
like blaming them? It's not their fault.
no, so like let's just get to it,
Acha.
okay? And my hair is wet and like
Yeah, we took a shower.
I have,
Like,
like, 30
typically, we don't shower this early.
feet
Well,
wet.
Natasha sometimes
I
does.
shower.
But like, I
early.
don't.
Yeah.
I typically always think I will work out again in the evening.
See, Archit just doesn't want to get to the topic. He just wants to talk about other things.
Man, it's so like unnatural for us to just be like, let's just dive right in. Like,
Let's just do it.
we just do so much of like this chitter chatter on the round.
Currently chitter chatter
I-
sunscreen boy.
I can't wait for Instagram to show chitter chatter on text. I want to know what it says.
Yesterday, like 10 people on your reel were like, sugar shark or whatever.
Shark sugar.
sugar.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, guys, this joke was.
But like
funny
Instagram's
once.
text is very, very accurate. It's a lot more accurate than other AI tools.
Yeah. I
Oh,
guess.
we should do an episode on how we make episodes. Does anyone want
Also,
that? If
guys,
someone wants that.
I have a massive pimple on my face, and it's because Archit had a massive pimple on his face,
and it transferred.
and he jinxed me.
What is
with
it?
my leg.
Airdrop. Airdrop happened.
You were like, ugh, this bitch.
Yeah.
With her
so
fucking flawless.
we were in
skin.
Amritsar this weekend. We'll do an episode on that later.
Yeah.
But in the process of going there, I got a giant pimple, and I'm a child that I'm very proud, not humble about this.
Humility तो देखो.
है ही नहीं इसके बारे में तो है ही नहीं like this is my only redeeming factor मैं तो काला चिट्टा बच्चा था but ये एक redeeming factor थी कि I never had pimples like I used to have one pimple and they used to be fucking ugly but like
I mean,
pimples are ugly
yeah.
anyway and I had the biggest
imagine having a
pimple.
cute little pimple. I just love that.
Cute pimples do exist
I've never had that.
but I've had one right on the center of my nose and all the like beard में आ जाता था but then this one I got one and it was huge and you could see it in every photograph and then I was just making fun of it all throughout my stories through this weekend be like
Yeah.
Archit, Natasha and Pimple reunite and Archit, Natasha and Pimple in a picture
Yeah.
or whatever
But
and
I
then
swear to you,
today Natasha comes with a honk of a pimple
it's massive.
on her chin
And I made the mistake of putting those like pimple patches,
yeah
not to cover up, because I put it at night, just, like while sleeping. I thought it dried up.
Yeah.
It didn't do shit. I basically took it off, and it had. I this is a little graphic. Like, let's not get into it. Whatever. It's like there's blood now. It's gonna heal. It's gonna.
graphic as if like no one experiences it.
It's okay. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about PUS.
It's isn't it P? Oh no, no,
Yeah.
no. That's something else.
Anyway, so games.
Yeah.
We love them. We love to hate them. You being the loved one. And me
I
being the
love
loved
them.
to hate.
I love them. Natasha's theory on games, and it's a very funny theory, is that as long as she's winning, she's loving the
That's
game.
not true. I get, again, my humility is back. I get so sick of winning
Oh,
that I want to stop playing after a while.
oh,
I'm going to
yes,
deny it.
yes.
Okay, so
No. I agree
Let's
with
take
that.
a trip down memory.
No, we don't have to.
No, I want to. When we started dating, I had recently started watching. Ow, my hair. Which is like arms are always on my hair.
No. Natasha's hair finds ways to get into all the crevices and then get tugged. I have no idea.
Whatever. So I had like sort of recently started watching Drive to Survive.
Hmm.
And so and we've talked about this, and then I had like begged Archit to get onto the show and he refused to do it. But the one thing that we did manage to settle on was going for go-karting.
Yeah.
That's kind of where it started, where it was just like, okay, what can you do that's a little different from the typical like date behavior?
Yeah. Movie and dinner.
Yeah, like that's the same old stuff, which was always fun. We also used to do like Friday nights at Archit's house. He'd make food and stuff like
Friday
that.
nights at your house.
Initially, it was at your house, and
To
then I
watch-
moved to my house for Splitsville.
Oh, Splitsville.
But at one time, initially, you used to make food and everything.
Yeah.
So the whole go-karting thing kind of started because of that, and like,
I can't get over that you said initially. That's hurting me.
what do you mean? Yeah, you
Initially,
make
we
food.
used to make food.
We don't have time anymore. Life has gotten hard.
That's true.
I don't blame you, and I'll have a lifetime of you making me food. So it's all
Yeah.
Except for when your food is like boring me, and I need to go to mom's house.
Yeah, that's fine. You do realize that I will make you feed eggs. Like,
You will make me feed eggs.
oh, sorry, I will feed you eggs.
Yeah, you can make eggs different ways. Go watch some Bon App videos.
No, healthy eggs only.
Whatever.
Get ready.
I'm gonna go to mom's house.
The mom will also feed you.
So anyway, so that's kind of where the whole like game-ish thing started for us. And then we kind of just like moved on to games you can play inside the house as well.
Because of COVID.
No, I think pre-COVID we were still like doing a few. We basically, Archit, and you should explain the story of like your love for the game or whatever. But like we played a lot of Scrabble at his house.
We did?
Yeah, like we used to play with your mom. I remember pictures with like Basin sitting over there. I was like, I'll feed him the tile.
Yeah.
I remember you were really good at it.
I remember once.
Pissed me off.
I remember once I had the entire word vagina, and I was playing with my mom and Natasha, and I was like, "Can I play this?"
Yeah.
It was great score, everything. I think I did.
I don't remember, but like I just never used to win Scrabble.
It's like the one game, Natasha. It's just like.
So we transitioned away from it really quickly.
Yeah. Anything that's like old school strategy is where Natasha struggles, but like new school games, Natasha's like fab at.
That's
so
true.
She hates Monopoly, but she used to love Monopoly Deal.
I don't hate Monopoly. I just never played Monopoly.
Can we play?
No, it looks
See?
boring.
There you go.
It looks boring.
Anyway.
BOAR.
So Natasha. Honestly, that should be the spelling.
Whatever.
Anyway, so why don't you start? Give us a game. Tell us a little bit about why you like it and any memory that you have. Start.
Okay.
And we'll do like one off.
I really think like I in preparation for this podcast I was like, here are the things we're gonna mention, but I didn't like think about looking into the game or like origin, like where did it originate
fuck that.
from,
Yeah,
or like whatever.
That's okay.
It's interesting to talk.
I'll tell you.
Okay, whatever. So we've gone over Scrabble. Oops, we've gone over Scrabble.
Do that again.
So we've gone over Scrabble, and yeah. So I think like I'm so confused. I wanted to go in the timeline, but now you've just like thrown me.
I mean, if you have a format, then go for it.
Yeah. So COVID hit.
Yeah.
My brother came back home and he brought along with him Mono Deal.
Yeah. Monopoly Deal.
Yeah, Monopoly Deal, but they just call it Mono Deal.
Mm.
And then the first day of the lockdown, or like the day the lockdown was announced, we were playing and I beat my brother, and then I like pulled out my phone to take a video of him, and he snatched the phone from my hand, and he's tall, okay, he's like 6'2" or something, so he reached up for the ceiling and he just placed my phone on top of a fan. And then the guy thought, now I'm gonna turn the fan on. And before he could even reach the switchboard, the phone fell to the ground.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I'm never playing Mono Deal again.
I remember the phone call I got.
I called Archit. I was like howling. And I was like, I hate him. Why has he come back home? And like, it was awful. And then I had to survive 40 days with a cracked. Luckily, the screen of the phone didn't crack, the back of the phone cracked.
Yeah.
But whatever, like, I think that's where it started. And I just always hated Mono Deal for it.
Oh.
But we started, like, when the lockdown was raised? How do you say it?
When the lockdown was...
When they took away the lockdown. Lifted. After those 40 days. And like, Archit and I started meeting again and stuff. Like, he used to come over, we used to play Mono Deal. And I just got too good at it, you know?
Sure. So I mean,
explain the game now, because that's...
Oh, you want me to do that? Okay,
wow.
So Mono Deal or Monopoly Deal is a card-based game of Monopoly as the game. So if you've played Monopoly, functions in a very similar manner. Basically, what you have to do is find properties and create sets of 3, 2, and 3. So like 3 sets. And if you get those, you win. You basically draw a bunch of different cards and you play against each other. The rules are really complicated. I'm not explaining all
you
the
can
things.
like buy money from, like, ask for money, ask for rent.
A lot of the things that are in the actual, like the iconography of the original game does come to fruition in the deal version, except that there are certain things that are just not there, like community chest is not there,
and jail is not there.
And bunch of those things.
And they have this thing called It's My Birthday. It's like an It's My Birthday card, and then everybody who's playing has to pay the person $2 million.
Yeah, it's the same in the
I don't know, I never
played. Yeah, that's part of like community chest and all. So there are elements of it. It's actually a really fun game. It's super quick. When Natasha started playing it, I actually bought a pack for my home, And I didn't know why I bought it. I just found it really fun. And then my mom and I loved it. And there was a time where any break that we got from work, we were just sitting and playing it. We were
Yeah.
literally playing it like gamblers.
And but they used to get really like not aggressive, like fighty about it.
Yeah.
Because every time they took money from each other, the other one would take it so personally.
Yeah. It was
And
crazy.
then like Archit would be sitting and counting his money, and then his mom would be like, "You are a true bunny."
yeah. And it was like we used to have like best of 5, and we used to fight for it, and like we got really intense. Like I don't think I've ever had such an intense game with my parents, because I'm a single child, so all my
Yeah.
board game memories are actually with my parents.
In Scrabble.
Our camera's gonna die really soon,
Oh,
so we're just gonna take a
yeah,
quick
please.
break and be right back. And we're back.
Yeah, that was a really quick. Hey, your rings become totally golden.
Natasha's just taken a solid
I'm so
deviation.
sorry, guys.
So she got me this engagement ring. It was supposed to be white gold. It's now gold.
I'm gonna slap the guy.
So we're gonna
Okay,
have
I'm
to
not
go.
gonna slap him, okay? That's just how we talk.
Yeah, humility, guys. Come on.
Whatever. So yeah,
And empathy, actually. Both things come to out. in
I
this.
mean, I've got when did I give it you? December?
Yeah.
We're in May. It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
It's supposed to last like a
Is
lifetime.
mine also doing?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm gonna kill him.
Alright, solid deviation. Natasha, next episode.
Next game.
Next
so,
game.
and then next game. I feel like my brothers just keep introducing me to games.
Yeah.
So this other game that my cousin actually like introduced me to is called Rummy Cup, which is basically like a tile game, and like you have a set of numbers, and I feel like it's been so long that we've played it that I don't even remember it anymore. Do you remember?
It's like a mix of like, the tiles and the way that it's set up looks like, if anyone's playing mahjong, it looks very similar to mahjong.
Yeah, it's these like rectangular tiles.
Yeah, and the concept is that you have to create sets of numbers starting from 1 to 10, or 1 to 13
13.
rather, and it's like a community build of those numbers. So like
Yeah.
every turn you have to put in numbers that you have onto the board, onto the pile of sets of numbers. Again, very technical.
It's so I'll explain in some to some extent. There's basically like 4 colors, and then there's numbers from 1 to 13, and then what you can do is create different sets. So you can either do like a set of the same numbers, but then all the colors have to be different,
Yeah.
or you do a set of 3 consecutive numbers, but then all the colors have to be the same, and then you can create that consecutive number into up to 13 depending on if you have the tiles and stuff. But like you can basically go in and move sets that people have created because it's suitable to your advantage, but then
Yeah.
if you've removed a tile out of that set, then you have to place it into something else. It's super complicated. You really have to like focus and really think about everything that's on the table and stuff like that, but it's super fun.
Yeah, you can't drink and play that game.
Yeah, and it's really fun. It's easy to pick up after like playing it
Yeah.
once or twice.
Yeah.
I loved it. So then
Yeah.
I bought a game for ourselves, for us.
Which we haven't
Which was
really
really
played.
shitty, honestly, which is why we don't play it. It was just like a cheap, bad
Knockoff
version
version, yeah.
of the actual game, and like the stands were really flimsy, the tiles were like this tiny little plasticky stuff, which wasn't nice. So yeah, that's basically what happened. That's why we haven't been able to play it.
But
really
it's a
fun
good game, yeah. So
Yeah.
Rummy Cup, then next.
Yeah. Then I feel like I'm forgetting one. There's Nerds.
Nerds, yeah, we can talk about nerds.
Okay, again, my cousin. He just keeps getting great games, Joey. Good job. Joey Pia. So, another game is this game called Nerds, which honestly you can just play at home with like a bunch of different sets of cards.
Yeah,
You don't necessarily
different
need
packs
to
of cards.
different packs of cards. You don't necessarily need to buy the game, but it basically functions as solitaire for yourself, and then I don't have a comparison for it, but then you basically play on your own, and then you also play with everybody else. But on your own, you're playing solitaire, and with everybody else, you're just stacking up consecutive cards.
So I can help with this a little
Archit's
bit.
great at explaining.
Not really. But in solitaire, the goal is that you make a deck, right? First, a deck of cards in your like piles.
In your four.
And then after that, you have to fold it into sequences of aces and their suit.
Yeah.
Right? So you're doing the same thing in this game. However, you're doing it as a community. So everyone will keep their piles of aces and their sequences out, and anyone can put the cards on top of it. So it becomes highly competitive, but you're also making more than 4. You can make multiple sets of the same game.
Yeah.
So it's actually like, it's basically solitaire, but you're playing with other people, and it's competitive solitaire. It's a lot of fun. Actually, you can even play it online. Yeah, there is a way to play it online to do the same thing.
And then also like the way you can play it yourself at home and not necessarily go out and buy the game is that you basically just need a pack of cards per player, and like 3 is a good number to have. 4 is better, obviously.
Yeah.
If it's 2 people, we don't recommend it. The 2 of us played and it was just really slow and we got stuck in the game and stuff. It's a really quick game. You basically lay out 4 cards open for yourself, and then you count 13 and you lay those down, and that becomes the deck that you keep opening for the solitaire.
Yeah.
And then you also have a set of cards in your hand, and the way you draw them is that you count 3 cards and you open the third one, and then if you can use that, that's cool. Otherwise, you move on to the next 3 and stuff like that. Just trying to explain. I'm sure you'll find the rules online, but it's a really fun game.
Yeah.
I think it would be great for like games night and drinks and stuff.
Yeah,
like
it's more of a quiet game, like it's not a very like talkative game.
And you're not like screaming at each other, and like it does get a little like, because it's super quick and timed, and like you just want to get rid of your cards. If you see an open window and if somebody else also sees it, like you are fighting to put your card down and stuff. But like it's just a really fun game. It finishes really quickly, which is a good thing.
Yeah. All the games that your cousin suggests are games that you really need to like intensely focus on the game. You can't do anything else.
Yeah. Which is his favorite thing.
Yeah, which is his favorite thing. It's his way to like spend time with people. So that's great. So that was good. And then do you want to talk about any other game?
No, now it's your turn.
My turn?
Game of the century.
No, I mean, this game I've been following since like the last three years, I think. It's called Shasan. It's a political game. Basically, the concept is that you're playing with a bunch of other players and you are fighting to win the general elections of a country. It can be India, it can be any other country that you want. And the board is made into different electoral colleges or like different regions which have a different number of seats, and you have to fill the seats by influencing voters through a variety of different currencies. And then you basically win when you have majority in the most number of states, and that's when you win. The game is very complex. It requires you to actually watch a video plus open up a book and like go through it the first couple of times that you play it. But it's actually a lot of fun once you get the hang of it. The way that you win or you earn currency is by answering certain political questions. They're not poli-sci questions. They're not like political science questions.
I wish they would beat your ass.
Yeah, good. They're not. They're mostly like, situations, and your response to the situations. Usually like a yes or no. It's like there are 2 answers to each question, and they're already like predetermined, and you just have to like choose. And it's really fascinating because it kind of showcases how you're thinking as a tactical player. But if you're not a tactical player, it kind of just shows like your political bent of mind.
Like me, I was just trying to be the nice, sweet, empathetic person.
And then Natasha also shamed anyone who was not doing that. Whereas like a lot of times I was just like being the asshole because I wanted.
So not politically correct.
Yeah, I wanted the currency, and like the game tries for you to understand nuances as to why someone selects a certain path, even if they don't technically believe in it.
I'm sorry. Like I know what you're saying.
There's beauty in the game.
Second. I know what you're saying, and I know it. I know that's true for the players of the game. It is not true for the actual government of this country.
That's a separate conversation.
There's no way that I'm going to be like, अच्छा, उन्होंने ऐसे किया इसलिए, okay, now I get it. There's no way I'm looking at the fucking Indian government in any other way except for the way that they actually fucking function, which is fucked up, okay? So, yeah. But also, can you just do the fun fact about Shasan? It's actually an Indian
Yeah.
origin
So
game.
Shasan is an Indian
And
origin
Shasan
name.
means
I don't know. Do you know?
government.
Yeah. So Shasan means.
Yeah. When Archit doesn't know something and I know it, he's like, yeah, duh.
No, I didn't do that. I said, yeah, that makes sense.
Just shut your mouth.
Agree.
You're
Good job.
such a
Good
cheater.
job. Well done. Well done. So anyway, yeah,
Did
it's
you
made
get into Rajniti?
no
What does Rajniti mean?
political game.
Huh?
The game of politics.
That's Shadyantra.
No, that's chess.
No, that's Wazir. Oh, sorry, that means something.
Wazir is a piece.
Yeah,
Of,
okay, I fucking figured. But Shadyantra is not chess. That's Shatranj.
oh yeah.
Archit is, oh my god, this is the
Shadyantra-
fucking
Shadyantra
best day.
strategy.
This is the best day of my life.
I know, and it's recorded. Imagine that.
Oh my god.
So yeah, Shasan's made by an Indian person, and then the whole team is also Indian. We actually know someone who designs for the game. I'll tell you who it is later.
I know, she messaged me.
she yeah. So yeah, it's actually a great game, and then the cards, the questions that you answer, those are changeable. So you can actually buy new cards. Let's say you can play Brexit in 2020, or you can play the future, and they have different like expansion
But
packs.
honestly, the version we have is the best one because it's really desi.
Yeah, it's
And
super
really
desi.
funny.
It's really cool. The
It's
copywriting
so
is so
funny.
smart.
Yeah.
It's a good game. Definitely do try and get it. Play it. It's also one of those games where you have to talk to other people.
It's also one of those games where you have to have 3 hours to play it.
yeah. Oh yeah. You cannot.
It's so
play it.
slow.
Yeah.
It's so slow.
Well, we've only played it once properly,
But-
and we didn't know the rules, so probably we'll be a lot quicker.
I guess, but it is a slow game.
It's a slow game.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chai or Shasan.
Especially when every time you play with Archit, he's like, let me think.
Yeah.
Then in his head, he thinks about all the 10 possibilities of what he could do and what would like then happen as a consequence.
Yeah.
And you just have to wait and be like, okay, Archit, okay, hurry up. Come on.
Yeah.
So
I'm playing.
It's
I'm
3
doing
years.
Shadyantra.
it's 3 hours without Archit and 7 hours when he's playing.
Anyway, so that's a good game. I think those are our games for the most part.
Yeah.
I do want to just highlight some like special mentions from childhood, which everyone has played. Uno is one
Uno.
for sure. The second is, we talked about it, Scrabble. I love Scrabble because in my class 1 parent-teacher meeting, my teacher, who I hated, Ila ma'am, Ila ma'am,
I don't know.
she tortured me and a friend of mine a lot.
Hate is a strong word, actually.
That's true. That is very true. But I really did not like her because she tormented me. She told my mom one day, his English is not very good, so you should play Scrabble. And my mom literally took it so seriously that the moment we left the PTA meeting, we straight up went to a store, a stationery store or whatever, those game stores,
Yeah.
and bought Scrabble. I still have that Scrabble board. We've never changed it. It's great. And it's like in tatters, but I love it.
Yeah.
That, and then the third one that I really, really liked because it only needed 2 players, and I was always the person who had challenges of
In
finding
finding
players. Battleship.
I never played.
I loved Battleship. I used to train all the people who like my Didi, Kamla
Yeah.
Didi. She used to be like my caretaker, my babysitter. She used to pick me up from school, from the bus and everything.
Yeah.
I taught her chess, Uno, and Battleship. By the month end of teaching her these games, she used to beat my ass in all
Did
3
you ever play
games.
checkers?
No,
It was such a fun
I
game.
never played checkers.
I used to love it.
Those are like the top games, and then we used to play Game of Life.
Never played.
That was a really sweet game as well. What were your childhood games?
Checkers.
And
Carrom board.
Carom, you played Carom a lot, huh?
So much with my nanu.
Yeah, I used to play with my Kamla Didi.
But again, like, I don't remember a lot of
Yeah.
things actually.
Yeah,
It's like-
fair.
Also, like, Barbie.
My sister, my cousin sister used to have a Barbie fridge. I was in love with
Was it
that
big?
fridge. No, it was like this big, and it had everything in it. Like it had eggs and
Did you have a
chicken.
Barbie whose hair turned from pink to purple?
No,
Didn't think so.
Yeah.
Oh, not pink to purple. It was blonde, and then it was so cool. Actually.
I was really into Action Man.
Okay, I'm telling a story.
I apologize.
It was blonde hair, and then it would change color if you put ice on it.
Yeah.
So it would turn pink and purple, like mixes of pink and purple. And then one day, I just got bored of like, and she had a fringe, okay?
Yeah. Of course.
I did not like her fringe.
Yeah.
So I went to chopped her off. obviously.
Yeah.
And then one day I was like, okay, now I'm gonna color her hair. But then it was taking too long. I don't know what happened. So I was like, I'm just gonna put it in the freezer. And then it became pink and purple.
That's when you realized it had that kind of hair.
No, I knew. That's how I used to color it.
Oh, childhood fave was Play-Doh.
I loved Play-Doh.
I used to have the hairdressing Play-Doh. The kit for hairdressing.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if I had the hairdressing one. I think I used to have like the gardening one.
I used to have the hairdressing and the cooking. There's so many veins of cooking.
I used to have a cooking Barbie.
Oh, cool.
I mean, not cooking. She used to bake. She had like a little whisk and a bowl, and there was like this colorful sugar.
Yeah, I really wanted to get into Barbie. Nobody like pushed me towards it.
Oh, sorry. And then our favorite thing as kids, both of us combined,
what?
Beyblade.
Beyblade! Oh, so many stories about Beyblade. I can't.
But yeah, I guess like, our childhood is so special. And like,
Pokemon.
I never played with the cards since I was lame. I used to love those Tazo things that used to come in chips packets. But like, and then there were so many just games like Pittu and stuff. Maram Pitti, I got you that day. But like, it's so special and like you just remember it, and unfortunately, you don't get to do it again. And like, I feel like by the time we have kids, whenever that is, like,
games will be so different.
They'll be so different. Beyblade will not be around, and
everything will be a fucking app.
Yeah, like the other day I saw like this like furniture for kids, which is like multi-purpose, and I was like, just shut up, like just let them fucking
sit on a chair.
Yeah,
like a normal human chair.
Yeah, they don't have to use that chair then to like store their things and use it as a desk. And
I've seen like children's furniture now have like slots for their iPad.
Really?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. Okay, but like, sorry, my mind is in so many different places right now because I'm just like reliving everything as a child.
Yes, child, yeah.
Not like it was going, but whatever. But I think what we should do is go to like, I don't know if Maya Toys still exists, but go to like a toy shop or like a game shop.
And not a Hamleys.
Hamleys is amazing.
Natasha loves Hamleys. Every time we go to an airport, she's like, let's go to Hamleys. Last time we went to Goa, she bought games from there. There.
And it was fun till you lost the ball.
No, there were 3 balls.
There were
lost
4
one.
And you lost 1.
Anyway, so...
it's a really hard
but
it's like this... it's like this, like...
Explain it to the audience. Yeah, go ahead.
It's like a circle that closes into a moon, okay? And then this cup, like,
it's like a baseball mitt.
Okay, sorry, I never played baseball, Archit.
It's like a baseball mitt you clasp onto it, and when you like open
but it shuts like.
Yeah, there's a piece of cloth. Oh my god! Look at what she did over there.
I don't care. Sorry, listeners.
It's like a piece of cloth tied on top of it. So like when you open the mouth of the mitt, the ball like
throws
shuts out, and the ball is like TT ball. It's a little smaller than TT ball. And the other person has to catch it, and then when they release, it'll like go out again.
It just pushes the ball out. It's really cool.
It's a lot harder than you think it is.
It's super hard.
But it is
the
fun.
guys at the store make it look like so easy.
Which just goes to show how much time they spend doing that.
That's true. But anyway, so not Hamleys, but like let's go to a real toy shop.
Yeah, like a childhood toy
I want to try and find good quality Beyblades, not the fake ass like.
I don't think you'll get them anymore.
I'm gonna find on Etsy then. I guess that's what it's come to.
Ew.
What?
eBay.
Ew, Etsy.
What problem do you have with the mic? Why have you hit it 4 times now?
Whatever. And I'm gonna get some Play-Doh. But but not just the clay. I want the machines that push it out.
Okay, fine. Clearly, Natasha has so much space in her house that she wants to put all these things. Great. Go for it.
It's your house. I'm gonna store it.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have people to play with. That's such a sad thing to say.
Yeah, no, say it to me. I had that issue.
Just can't relate to your single childhood. But whatever. Yeah, find the games, find friends, find your partners, find your parents.
And honestly, suggest games to us.
Suggest games to us,
We
especially
played some
2-player.
2-player games,
That's gonna be our life reels.
Yeah, 2-player games are gonna be important.
Even though
I don't want to play Catan. I played Catan. Natasha will not enjoy
I
Catan.
also feel like Archit doesn't need, like, we don't need games because I think living with me is gonna be a fucking battle of it all.
It's Minesweeper. That's what it is. But yeah.
But yeah, like, suggest things, and like, if you guys try out the games, tell us.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to play them with us, we're in Delhi. Gurgaon. We're
Yeah,
not in
like
Delhi.
call us. Like if you're like we need friends also. So
Yeah,
like come we play.
on, let's be friends, guys.
I don't wanna, that's creepy, but yeah.
It's not creepy.
I said come we'll play. So
Oh.
that was a little creepy.
Okay, don't think too much about it.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
See
you next time.
Bye.